Alright, what's up everybody? This is Zacharias here. We're back with more of Avadon, the Black Fortress. Gonna go ahead and continue here. Now, off screen, something I did was this little thing called retraining, where if you press Shift D and type in the word retrain, then you can actually retrain your characters if you regret a decision, because one thing I definitely regretted was leveling up this when I don't need it. Now, in the game, at a future place in the future, you'll actually be able to retrain your characters anyway. If you want a different build a certain way, you will have that option in game. But I decided to go ahead and run it so I can rebuild my characters while they're not too far in. Especially Shima, since I don't actually want this shadow step ability. I find these other ones more intriguing. So, and for the record, I do not condone cheating by any means. So, I don't encourage you to cheat, but if you want to retrain your character, you could do that, or you could just wait until you are able to get to the retrainer and they can retrain skills on any of your characters that you have out. So yeah, off screen I went ahead and took care of that done, so I haven't progressed in the story off screen yet. So don't worry about that. I just wanted to retrain while I'm still early in the game, so I can go for the build I want. And I decided to go ahead and also retrain in a triangle format anyway. So similar to a Avernum, where, you know, when strength levels up, I'll level up endurance, and then yeah, you'll see what I mean when we get into it. But obviously, strength is going to be a priority for Xander, being a Blade Master. Dexterity for Shima. Nathalie, intelligence is obviously the main priority. And for the others, you'll see what I'll do for them when I... Obviously, Sevillin, the other Blade Master, is going to be strength, but Janelle, the Shaman... Yeah, you will see how I leveled her up. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out real quick before I got into the Let's Play about retraining and stuff like that. Again, I do not condone cheating at all, so I don't encourage you to do that, but it is an option. Alright. Don't worry, I'm not going to use the character editor or anything and boost stats just because I am going to play this properly. So anyway, with that in mind, let's go ahead and continue the story. Thanks for bearing with me on that. There is a Keva soldier sitting by the fire sipping tea. His helmet is off and the harsh sun doesn't seem to bother him. His jerkin bears the symbol of a watcher, which means that he commands a blade of 10 soldiers. When you approach, he spits into the fire and rises to greet you. A warrior, yes, but not of the Legion. I am Watcher Zarin. Since your face is not familiar, mind telling me what brings you onto the free road? I'm the hand of Avadon. Watcher Zarin slowly swallows a mouthful of tea and inspects you. I suppose I can believe that. You have the look. Welcome to the free road of this valley. My blade is trying to keep it secure and having a little luck. Watch yourself. What are you doing out here? We were sent here by Monitor Cybel of Goldcrag. This blade is tasked to keep this road as safe as possible. Tell me about this road. It's in bad shape. Bandits and wolves everywhere. Nasty wolves, the sort that doesn't fear anything on two legs. And with only 10 soldiers, all we can watch is this short section. Why don't you have more support? Because Goldcrag only has 100 soldiers to watch the town and miles of road, and there are wretches everywhere. If we try to watch a longer stretch than this, we'll be too spread out, and then we'll be killed. Shima frowns. You have a duty to the pact. All I hear are excuses. Zarin snorts. And Avadon has a duty to us. Where are you now? The wretches are everywhere now. Shima doesn't seem impressed. Avadon expects these roads to be kept safe. Then tell Redbeard what a terrible job we're doing. He can put us in his dungeons. Can't be worse than being left out here, waiting for an ambush in the middle of the night. Need anything else? I'd like to know more about the dragon. He snorts. I'm only a watcher. I've never been anywhere near the dragon, and I hope never to be. All I hear are rumors. What have you heard? That the dragon's lair is infested with wretches, the creature's own cave. Now, I ask you, what use is it to be a dragon if you can't even rid your own lair of pests? He thinks, or maybe the creature is so arrogant that it lets humans do the work. Wouldn't surprise me. Anything, Watcher's Aaron sits by the fire. He watches you suspiciously. Anything else to say before we move on? Anything I can do to help you? He shakes his head. I don't have any way to pay you. If you would help us anyway, it would be a nice change. See a wolf or a wretch? Get rid of it. That's the help we need. I'll be going then. Well, watch yourself. This road is free, but once you're out of sight of this camp, it's not safe. Okay, let me still explore. Could have sworn we've gotten all the wolves already, but to complete that quest, but we can still inspect in the meantime. Oh no, there's this section up here. We can do that. Okay, so I did need to kill more wolves before I can complete the quest. Specialization. I like the power one the most out of all the specializations you can get. Let's do this one. So I have another spell I can use for her. You enter a clearing in the middle of a particularly tall and wild thicket of cacti. There is a tower in the center, several floors made of huge blocks of rough stone securely mortared together. When you get close, your hair stands on the end. There is power within this tower, raw magic barely controlled. There are no guards in sight, and yet you suspect that the owner of this tower has powerful defenses. Okay. When you get close to the stone figure, it turns slowly to look at you. Its eyes glow a dim red, then it turns back and is still. They don't seem to be able to talk. Nathalie walks up to one of the tapestries and touches it lovingly. Kellum work. Someone here is from Kellum Dario, or just likes fine things. It is enough to make me miss home. Then she returns to your side, but only for a moment. Okay, we have the sorceress here, clearly. There is a woman sitting in this throne, watching you enter. She is very small, thin, and pale. Her robes are long and elegant. They flow to the base of the throne and curl along the floor almost to where you are standing. She touches her fingertips to her forehead in greeting. Welcome, Xander, Hand of Avadon. I am Angevine, of the Kellum. I sensed your presence, and I allowed you to enter. Our kind should always be hunting for allies and trading partners. How did you know my name? Little bits of the parlor trickery. I have watchers, you know. Pay it no mind. Fabron has sent me to find you. She tenses up in her seat. There is the sound of grinding stone from the sentinels in the alcoves. They have leaned forward slightly. Ah, Fabron, a toady and a worm, and one who hires others to fight his battles for him. I worked for some nobles who happened to be foes of his family. It is true, and they were then in prison, and some were executed. Also true. But why does he now send you to hunt me? He didn't go into details. Well, I am already brought low, a miserable exile, all for performing mere errands. Of course, she flutters her eyelashes. You could simply tell him that I am dead. He would never come out here to check. Indolent worm that he is. I can be more useful to you alive, I think. Please, let us help each other. Just errands? Really? Well, some of those errands may have resulted in bloodletting. Politics in Kalimdariel is that way, after all. But to still hunt me after his side was victorious, it is so ungracious. Okay, right now she seems very powerful, especially with the Stone Guardian, so I'm not sure if I'm not even going to win that fight. And Fabron himself said this was business unrelated to the pact anyway. So I think I would much rather have her on my side. I will spare you if you pay me. Well. What? You play both against each other? You would take 2 payments for the same task? How rude. She sighs and smiles wearily, but understandable, even admirable in its way. She makes a motion with her hand. A moment later, she holds a pair of gemstones. She hands them to you. In return for your kindness. Now, let us speak of this ugly business no more. Tell me about your tower. It is a humble thing, is it not? And it's such a dry and unpleasant place. But with the aid of my helpers, I will expand it. It will never be fashionable, but it should at least have the comforts, yes? Nathalie says, you came directly from Kalimdariel to this place? How dreadful. Yes, she responds, though the icy peaks of Avadon are unpleasant as well. Nowhere on Linnaeus is as lovely as home. You built all this yourself? In a sense, my helpers made it, but I made them, so yes, I suppose I did. And yet, I take no pride. It is a stony and lumpy place. How long have you been here? Ah, who knows? Time does such funny things. I think I have been inside this tower for a year, but I can't say how much time has passed outside. Who are your helpers? She waves at the stone men standing in the alcoves. The servants of rock. I make them. It is my specialty. They are very helpful for construction, and light cleaning. She gives you a little wink. And for crushing into jelly those with no manners. They are quite impressive. I thank you, but I am sure my housekeeping is not what you came to discuss. Yes? What do you need? You wish to trade with me? Indeed, I spend my long hours here making crafts of some value, and I purchase from travelers materials for my work. In addition, there is a certain item I would like to obtain. I would reward well whoever could bring it to me. Let me see your wares. Angeline shows you that the item she has made. She is remarkably skilled at magical crafts. Ooh. That's good. What does Nathalie have in her inventory right now? Dang it, I can't even check her inventory right now. Okay, she has an apprentice rod. Let me go ahead and trade that out and buy I think the staff would definitely be better, so let's buy the staff and get more lockpicks. Again, not everything in stores are going to be useful or relevant to you, so they're just there for show. We could buy these rune stones, but we already have a few already. I would like to sell something. Wait, what is in my inventory right now? Runestone of Purity, Emerald. Okay, can be sold in a store. Oh, we can just give these right back to her then. What are you trying to obtain? A Librum, a Librum, magical journal full of notes and minor works of spellcraft by a Kava mage named Ahmed. It currently rots, unused and unread, in a library near here. I could make use of it. In fact, I believe it is in the library of Zethron, the dragon. How might I get the book? Your travels include the lair of the dragon, right? You might trade for it. You might sneak it out. I trust your judgment. You want me to steal a book from a dragon? Oh, crew theft might not be necessary. Well, it probably will, but the dragon would never notice. If you stole a single coin from its hoard, it would be furious, but books? I doubt that the worm cares. Angevine curls up on her throne, her slender legs folded up underneath her. You might be fooled by her girlish exterior if you couldn't sense the power that flows from her, and if her stone guardians weren't staring at you. That's all I need. She nods, and I trust you can find your way out. Thank you for alleviating the boredom of my exile. You met a powerful mage named Angevine, who lives in a tower west of Goldcrag. She asked you to steal a book from the dragon Zethron, a potentially dangerous task. The book is a journal of magical research called Ahmed's Librum. It is in the dragon's library. Okay, so I'm glad we didn't attack her. I mean, she gave us a little bit more work, so... When you put your foot on the first step, you suddenly feel very dizzy. The feeling of vertigo starts to overwhelm you, so you back away. Although if we killed her, we probably could have gone up there, but that's alright. I just had a feeling that we would have to fight all these stone guardians too on the way out, and I don't really feel like doing that. Alternatively, we could have waited to do this and then... But if she's gonna give us work, then who am I to complain, right? Alright, I hope you all didn't mind bearing with me as I searched through every part of this section. And I do want to complete the main quest before I get into the area of the mighty Zethron. Pleas for aid will be heard. Tribute must be presented. Okay, so that's where Zethron is. Ah. I do like how Shima can just snipe people so well. Doesn't mean you have to rely on a sword. Oh, duh, I forgot to equip her staff now. Dang, we have a lot of wretches over here. But nothing like eliminating them, right? Okay, now like power specializations, and for this, let's level that up. Yeah, still might be going too far for the time being. So why don't we head back for a little bit? We'll explore more down here, and then we can head on to Zethron's Eyrie. Alright, just making sure I explored everything in the section that I could. I'm I'm almost confident we have pretty much looked everywhere at this point. Yeah, it is really a big section. But I'm pretty sure we killed all the wolves at this point, so why don't we head back to Gold Crag. We will clear out the wolves crest since we for Cybele or Sybil or Cybele. And then we'll head back to Avadon for a bit. I don't want to. I have hunted down the wolves of which we spoke. You describe the hunt. Cybele nods approvingly. She sends a soldier to fetch a pouch of coins and a crude leather bracelet from her Lance's supply room. I thank you for your aid, Hand of Avadon, and I will also unlock one of the boxes in the storeroom for you. If you are looking for work in the future, please ask me. I'm sure I will have plenty that needs to be done. I am still available for hire. She looks you over skeptically. I have a task in mind, but you might want to gain more experience before you undertake it. It is very dangerous. Okay, duly noted. Melee protection damage. I think that might be better on Nathalie, to be honest. Oh, it does need like a Blade Master. Okay, whatever. Alright, let's take a quick trip to Avadon and clear out that quest regarding Angevine. And then we can finally go see the dragon. I mean, good grief, that took us a while. Alright, let's do this for Janelle here. You know what? Before I go in, let me go ahead and show you all, actually. Actually, no, I'm not overly concerned about it, really. I'm carrying all this equipment, but I can't even, like, wield it or anything. Alright, let's head back up to Fabron. I was going to show you all what retraining is like, but I'll just live with it. Alright, where's Fabron at? I decided to leave Angevine alone. I mean, we could lie, but whatever. You tell Fabron the story. He is displeased. Then I am unable to pay you, and thus I do not get a portion of the fee. I am disappointed. But never mind, she will be found and killed. The noble seemed very determined in that regard. Do you want me to do anything else? He thinks, perhaps, but not yet. I need more time to evaluate what has happened in Avadon before I can make a judgment. Now excuse me. He wanders off, lost in thought. There's one more person I wanted to talk to here regarding Tartan. I've spoken with Tartan. Someone is selling arms to the wretches, but it is not him. I see. I suppose you will provide no more information than this? I thought not. We of the cave will reward those who aid us. If you can uncover these traitors, you will be rewarded. Oh yeah, I was gonna equip this on Janelle real quick. Since she wields javelins. Sucks I can't really wear the shield or anything. Whatever. I'll worry about it when I can. We'll put this on him though. I'm not really concerned about spears or glaives, stuff like that. Okay, we already have... We'll just hang on to the other stuff for now until I can sell them. Or until I can wear them anyway. We've indulged quite a bit, though. Okay, there's not something up here. Oh, that's probably going to take me somewhere. Alright, let's explore down here. The cellar of the abandoned farmhouse is littered with bones. Some animal, some wretch. It's icy cold down here. You feel like you are being watched. Bones, cold, paranoia. During your extensive training, these were clearly listed as three main symptoms of monstrous infestation. You hear a sound behind you, bones scraping across stone. The skeletons behind you rapidly begin to reassemble themselves. You kick a few of them apart before they can complete themselves, but you can't stop all of them in time. This is convenient. The infestation here is going to come to you, making it much more convenient for you to purge it. Oh, how sweet of them. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. I don't have any thing I can do, really. Besides this. Ruby ring. A boosted fire resistance, got some chainmail. Who has the lowest resistance right now? Is it Napoli? Yeah. We'll equip this on her. You know, I'd say we should just go right to Zethron, but there is just so much stuff to explore. I hope y'all don't mind. Leather greaves. You already have the best racer disc, so we don't need that. We can pick up this iron shield, though. You know, so it doesn't take up space in my inventory. Let's go ahead and put these in there until I'm able to actually do something with them. Get out of here. I have a feeling the thing up north would just take us somewhere we don't need to go right now. Alright, that runs airy, finally. You walk into the cavernous halls of Zethron's Eyrie, home to this region's most powerful and cooperative dragon. His lair must be set on top of a volcanic vent. The stifling heat within is enough to instantly make you miss the desert outside. There are piles of crates, supplies, and gifts all around you. Keeping the dragon happy means a constant stream of food and other creature comforts, and earning his help requires a bribe of great magnitude. Not surprisingly, things don't seem to be under control here. There are no guards posted. Looking to the northwest, you can see several people cowering in the storeroom. And to the south, above the sounds of rumbling and hissing, you hear the cackle of wretches. Obelisk says, the lair of Zethron, deliver all tributes here. You know what? Now, since I introduced it early on in Let's Play, let's go ahead and show you all that about retraining real quick. I'm actually thinking, rather than... I don't know yet. So this is how you retrain. You can start off your character stuff from the get-go. Let me see how strong he is with the... Okay, he can wear more stuff, but just barely. You know what? Let's go ahead and retrain him again. Level strength. Yeah, I think I kind of like balanced stats still. rather than just like putting all my points into one. And we'll go back to that again. All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much how you retrain and stuff like that. And let's go ahead and do that for Shima too. Alright, he has the dexterity boost because of the shield, so I do know that. Let's do that for now. So it has more abilities. Then for Nathalie, okay, it was weird at first. Okay. What? Just so there are more abilities. And one more thing I'll show y'all real quick, that you can immediately now go right straight to Zethron's area as soon as you unlock it. So that's pretty cool. Alright, I think the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and retrain Janelle and Devlin. I'll show you how to do that. I know this seems really cheap to do retraining and stuff like that, but it's not like... it's not too bad because there is a... You can gain access to a retrainer in the game anyway. All right, let's go ahead and do their stuff real quick. I'm pretty much just going to level 7 in the same way as I do my default Blade Master. Now for your Shaman, the Throw Missile is going to be naturally stronger than the Apprentice Rod, because she's not as magically strong as a sorceress. So what I'm going to do for her, just to show you all, is actually make dexterity priority and intelligence second priority. Actually, endurance and intelligence will both be secondary, but dexterity is going to be the primary thing. All right, let me make sure I'm calculating this right. Strength. Okay, I think I pretty much got it. Okay. So I'm not gonna play with Zeppelin or Janelle right now. I'm sticking with Shima and Nathalie. But at least you all see how I'm building my characters. I mean, I guess I probably could just go the cheap route and just continue to level up only one attribute, but I do like having balanced stats for my characters. Anyway, so, I mean, just play how you want. If you want to just max out one stat, that's perfectly fine. But this is the way I'm going to roll with it. Alright, with that in mind, let's go ahead and just save the game right here. I know it's taken me so long to even get to Zethron's area in the first place. But again, I do encourage you to explore, gain XP, and do all the stuff as much as you can to take full advantage of it rather than rush anything, because that's the beauty about CRPG games, is that you really should take the time to explore everything. So anyway, with that in mind, and I'll do my best to not retrain for the rest of this playthrough, because I'm pretty sure I know exactly what I want now. But like I said, later on in the game you will have access to an NPC that is a retrainer anyway, in case you do want to change stuff. But that's how retraining works. And just as a friendly reminder, once again, I do not condone cheating, and so I'm never going to use cheat codes in this Let's Play or anything like that. So that's not what I'm about, but I did want to show you all the gist of retraining anyway. So with that in mind, that's going to do it for this part. But in the next part, I promise we'll finally meet Zethron and all this, and explore Zethron's area at least. But yeah, a lot of filler, but it's definitely worth it. I'll see you all until the next part.